This is it, week 17. Just advanced last night. Here we have teams that played. Why do I feel so winded? Damn. You know, the hockey gods played till 4 a.m. this morning. Let's see. Relic versus Monarchs. That game is irrelevant. Joey versus the Steelers. That game is irrelevant. Packers Lions. That game is extremely relevant if I lose this game against the Lions. Ken versus the Jags. Ken needs a win, and I think Ben's just throwing in the towel for that game. Matt versus the Patriots. Extremely relevant game right there. Both teams need the W. Actually, I think the Patriots could get away with a tie. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, the Patriots don't need to win, they just need to tie. Chris just needs to play, and that game is irrelevant. So should I lose to the Lions and Bush lose to the Packers, what happens there? Bush does not win the division. But he'll get the number 6 seed, I believe. That's the second wild card. But if I win, he gets the 4th seed. Or maybe the 3rd seed. No, he'll get the 4th seed. Alright. AFC playoff picture. Ken needs to win. Clinch his division. Tie will do him no good, as that'll tie him up with Phil, and Phil has the tiebreakers. Let's see. Chiefs have the second wild card, depending on who gets this first wild card right here. And then 3rd seed, and then I believe Ben may have locked up the 4th seed. He may have locked it up. Oh no, he could still lose and the Colts could still win, and Colts would win the division. That would be some wild shit. Who the Colts face? Colts face the Seahawks. You gotta let them know. Oh, gotta play the game now. And while the game loads up, I'll type it into the group.
everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Salt Lake City Pioneers and the Detroit Lions. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by
That's
EA
right. Move
Sports.
the Lions outside.
Seen a few moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other.
That was the Lions year one.
Teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Salt Lake City Pioneers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. Meanwhile, for the visitors, Salt Lake City, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Yeah, good game. And look at that, the Colts won. That answers that question.
Here we go, the final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go.
Over the end line.
Here we go.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got?
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing that's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
Oh, what? I like it.
Picked off here the 32. And he will have a touchdown.
That's pretty sweet. Lucky pick.
Good job. Touchdown.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. There defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So we'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the
kickoff is up and through the uprights.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just within the pound of the buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Yellow. 187. Watch the screen, watch the screen! Watch the screen, watch the screen! Watch the screen! Nice hit!
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Pressure from his right, and he goes
All right.
down hard, flat on his back.
That's
The
what I'm talking
linebacker
about.
Darius
Set.
Leonard.
50 sacks in the season.
This offensive line is
One guy.
You
When
can't
we
stop
sat down
me.
with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game.
What a beast. Look at that.
Right there.
And tatter, so sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35.
50 sacks one season. Holy shit.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Let's actually game plan like we play the user.
So they'll
I
come
gotta
up
get used to that,
first and 10 now from the
because
33.
I've had some struggles with user games this year.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard
Come on,
line.
baby. Let's go.
The drive starting with a first
I
down,
got a
11
bird.
yards on that pickup. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do
boy,
that
I know you
there.
felt
Nice
that one.
pick up on first
I
down.
know you felt that
They'll get
one.
a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey.
2nd and 4.
Got four. Got four down. Four down.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Keep
Oh,
playing.
And it's
that
going to be
ball.
another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26.
Here we go. Here we go. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. 35's the mic.
Off play action. Westbrook going to
Oh,
throw
shit,
deep
oh, shit.
for the end
Get
zone.
there.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Oh,
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They
Justin
can't stop us,
Houston,
baby.
he's the
Every
one to
time
get him, and
it's
that
a
is
sack.
sack
Come
number
on,
7
fellas.
for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Mike 50. Cut, cut, cut. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Off, off. Go, Mike 50. Mike 50. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Westbrook, that's complete to his running back, Grant. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Get ready.
They're
Get
able to
ready.
convert on
Get
3rd
ready.
down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the
he was
end
open,
zone,
but
it's
if I threw it short, it might have. If I threw it lower, it might have
Did he miss
picked
it?
up by someone jumping.
Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Love these
And
angle
he's
routes.
into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Corey Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And Detroit getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to
Wow.
start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
It's amazing he stayed up as long as he did.
Probably not very deep into their script.
He got hit from the
I think
moment he
they'll
touched the
stay
ball.
with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Now Mahomes, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple
I
of
like
scores,
it.
Brandon, and guess what?
I love it.
I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield.
We're going to get more of it.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They try and bring the pressure, but he still gets off a good one. Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul.
Do over the punt. Why? Why can't you just figure out that you're going for the ball?
Let's go.
Wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker.
How do you not figure that out?
Inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
Time to go nickel. And the new formation that I added right after I uploaded my playbook.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
He's coming. Check him. Check him.
And then do the nickel triple.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's going the other way. And now off to the races. Down the
You're
right
lucky the
side.
next play,
And he's gonna bring the
or
fumble
2
back
plays
for
later,
a touchdown.
that happened.
Touchdown,
This
City,
first
baby.
half has been a nightmare.
You're so
for
lucky
that
it'll be
offense.
Melatonin.
Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Nice kick coverage.
The Lions Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And this certainly confirms all the chatter, how big of a final weekend this is for the moment. The 6th seed is theirs, but it'll take a victory to officially lock that down.
I hear the excitement in your voice about this.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang
I was going to say, that might not be a fumble.
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being
he's down.
when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold... After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable for Grant.
There we go.
It's a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine he's tired after that return.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done.
This is caught inside the 15.
Oh, there we go.
And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. And a huge play that time. 45 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Operating from the gun, Westbrook. The quick slant caught. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted, but the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs a route with
almost
such
pegged.
that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Buying time to his left.
There we go.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
That's who I want to feed the ball.
2-yard touchdown grab.
The guy with the superstar trait.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his
Yeah, he settled in the pocket by running the outside near the sideline.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Ooh, damn. Damn.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact.
Wasn't expecting too many completions by the other team.
You get a tight end like this,
even
and
with
you know
Mahomes.
he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Watch the screen.
On second down, it's Carson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll
I love it.
behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Steps away to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw.
Oh, sacked on 3rd down. Damn. I thought I was going to be able to run through that hole in the pocket.
So as they take it over, we
But no.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over.
Nice punt.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. The throw complete here to Williams. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes.
They're mid-audible too.
As soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. This short throw caught by Goddard.
Mahomes and Ottawa.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. That'll be caught by Cup. And they'll get him down.
They're within field goal range now.
The 40. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for
See if we can sack him.
throwing the ball to start the drive. Mahomes to throw once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Rolling.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mahomes going to throw. Got his man. It's Williams.
I'm going to hit you
11
all
back on that
day,
one. It
baby.
leads to 3rd down.
Yellow. Let's go, Will, lady. Check. 43. Let's go.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought
Let's
down.
go, boys. Let's go.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
I'm not sure this is
So
going to
even
work
though it's
with
first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get
them
a late
being home,
timeout
but
as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick here is good.
damn.
And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little
Okay,
bit
good
more
enough
of it in
for
the
a
second
play.
half.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Get
Maybe
excited.
we burn him.
Let's
Who
go.
knows?
Trying to get one more in here.
We
before
might
the
actually.
quarter
Holy
break.
shit.
Tight end left. 3 down. Mike 35.
The final shot before break. Westbrook. He's going to
Gotta
fire
reach.
one deep over
Damn.
the middle, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score line. 31-13 was the final. Next, we head off to check out another game, and it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. Jared Goff, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. Lastly,
what?
let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the 2nd half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, let's go.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Here we go.
On first down, Westbrook escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, Make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down. On second down now. It's Grant.
Oh, damn. He's
At the
rocked.
33, following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on
Make these
third
babies
down.
cry all the way back home, yo.
There we
They
go.
go back to Grant, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing on first down, Westbrook. Nowhere to escape, and he
Couldn't
goes
get Corey
down.
Grant open quick enough.
Cameron Hayward, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Run.
What a run.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it.
That linebacker went step for step with Rashad Perriman.
Third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Just 34 yards on the punt there,
Let's go,
no
let's
return.
go, let's go.
And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Oh, man.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kicked.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Darius Leonard in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it's Carson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Take that off.
In a
There you
double
go.
coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for defensive
You ask why I'm passing a 28-3 lead.
Have
you seen, like, running back? He's like a 76 overall.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs more.
I do need to sub my quarterback, some guys out, though. Because you're right to a degree. It's week 17. Now, why is this going to stay in there? Now, yeah, you're going to start next year. Probably. see, do I want Lindsay in there or do I want... Yeah, I want Taylor still playing. I want Sammy still playing too, though. Yeah, that makes sense. Lee Jackson gets hurt. It's not the end of the world. There we go. Nah, Jasper's gonna stay in there. I realize this is boring for everyone else to watch, but oh well. Just taking care of my team with the playoffs coming up. There we go.
Takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
That's what I want to do.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Get post some passes in.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by
Colby
anything
Listenby,
else.
there you go.
lost quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. He'll drop to throw.
Ah, he ran into the back of that linebacker.
It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down.
They take the sack and throw the pick. Because either way, you're getting hit.
That is sack number 7 for him on the year.
D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up. High 7, high 7.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
All day. I'm coming after you.
And that is incomplete.
And the good thing about having Brett Maher is this kick is makeable even if it's into the wind. I might have missed this. No.
Not easy for
We're
any
good.
quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
We got this.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In breaking
I'm just trying to get some stats for these backups.
Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Mike, 34. Watch the screen.
On 2nd down, it's Carson.
Run to the ball. Run.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used
Kick
to
becomes
producing.
unmakeable
Like him,
in the 4th quarter from this spot for them. Well, now it's makeable.
And he works free. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Mahomes now to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
You.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Yeah, baby.
A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Carson. And it's
Carson with
like
the hurdle.
night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. This defense
Field goal doesn't do any good. What are you doing?
I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know
I would.
that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far.
I'm surprised this quarterback could throw it that far.
We can go in so many different directions because the game
Holy
certainly
shit.
not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Crunch time, defense.
2nd and 10.
Watch the car.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete.
All right.
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running
No, with the backups in and not really caring whether you win or lose, yeah.
You throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They'll set up a throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Pernell McPhee. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Gotta love it.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams.
Oh, I remember him.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to find Isabella. And he's got it past the
Traded for him right before I left the team.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. So
I wish they had him in the Pioneers. Crazy could he be?
Throw with Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Cup. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Damn.
Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
Here you go, Tyree.
He needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts. And
he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Of course he fumbles.
This is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because You would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
Looks like you get him over at
Practice not fumbling.
69 overall.
Talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there.
It's probably gone.
Opportunistic by the defense. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Carson, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he's not
Darden.
able to
There we
get
go.
away. Sacked back at the 22.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
120 seconds of time of possession.
Analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the
hard to
data
do.
says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 92% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Pernell McPhee in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Let's see, where am I going with this?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this is good. It was
61 yards, Brett Maher.
Winds up getting just enough on it. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
All day, baby, all day.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They've lost this one. Their offense is struggling.
Yeah, I love a quarterback kicker that could kick a ball 60+ yards.
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do
And actually make the kick.
I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play, and pretty much...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Rashad Green. Rasheem Green.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On 2nd down now.
What are they calling a running play?
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26
As you
seconds
wish.
to go in the
Come get
football
some.
game.
Come on here. Come get some.
If you can't call it, I don't mind the running play. Call it, it's not stupid.
It's a pickup of 13,
It's
but
just
still a bit short.
not call timeout after that.
They like going to him in the slot, he catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, let's give Poe another chance to throw a touchdown pass.
The offense back out there at the line.
That'll be the last time I'll let him throw
And this one
until next season.
Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Pernell McPhee. Real pain in the balls right now.
That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete.
Game over.
Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody.
All right. Well, playoffs start soon. And, yeah. This ought to be interesting. Well, until next time, because we have to wait an off week for the wild card round. Excuse me. Oh, we had an off week to wait because we clinched a first round bye. We could be waiting until possibly Tuesday to broadcast some Madden. Till then, have a good one, guys. Peace.